There is a heavy, unspoken silence that falls over you when the door finally clicks shut and the noise of the world is locked outside. It is in that exact moment, when the mask drops, that the real you breathes. Society looks at the lone wolf, the solitary figure in the shadows, and pities them. They see an empty chair and assume it represents a tragedy. They call it loneliness, but they are violently misunderstanding the nature of power. If the silence makes you feel guilty, if you feel a strange shame for wanting to vanish from the eyes of others, forgive yourself. It is just the ancient echo of the tribe ringing in your veins. Our evolutionary biology coded us to believe that solitude equals death, that without the pack, we cannot survive. But the wilderness has changed. This phenomenon, this deliberate pulling away, is not a retreat. It is an ascension. Psychologists and sociologists have studied this dynamic for decades. We can call it the asymmetry of validation. Society, at its very core, is a matrix of control. And how does it control you? Through your desperate, deeply human need to belong. The need for applause. The need for the approving nod from your peers. Carl Jung, the legendary psychiatrist, spoke extensively about the process of individuation, the painful necessity of separating oneself from the mindless conformity of the collective mass to find true psychological wholeness. When you neutralize this need, when you suddenly stop requiring their applause to know your own worth, you strip the world of its primary weapon against you. You dismantle the social dependency trap. By needing nothing from them, you become absolutely immune to their control, their emotional blackmail, and their subtle manipulation. To the status quo, an individual who is entirely comfortable in their own company is not sad. They are dangerous. But the tribe does not let its members escape easily, do they? Think about the friction you experience when you try to walk away. The cultural and tribal dynamics are designed to punish the escapee. When you set boundaries, your family suddenly hits you with the guilt trips. Why are you so distant? Why don't you ever come around anymore? In the corporate world, the quiet, highly competent worker who skips the artificial happy hours is penalized, passed over for promotions in favor of the loud, networking extrovert. The culture demands your participation. The group feels fundamentally threatened by your absence because your independence holds a mirror up to their dependence. They need the crowd to feel real. You do not, and they resent you for it. Let's get incredibly specific for a moment. I know exactly where the illusion shatters for you. It's Sunday evening. The sun is going down, casting long, dark shadows across your room. You are scrolling through your phone, watching the group chat light up with superficial drama, gossip, and endless complaints about things that do not matter. Or worse, you are sitting at a crowded party. You are holding a lukewarm drink, physically surrounded by a dozen people. The music is loud. Someone is talking directly to you. But as you look into their eyes, you realize you have never felt more intensely alone than you do right in this exact second. You feel the crushing weight of the performance. The fake smile stretches across your face, but inside, your energy is bleeding out onto the floor. You realize, with terrifying clarity, that you are investing your life force into transactions that yield absolutely zero return for your soul. Why does it feel this way? Why does socializing feel like a heavy labor, while others seem to glide through it effortlessly? Let's dissect the anatomy of this emptiness. It is not because you are broken. It is because of a psychological mechanism we can call trauma as refinement. You see, your past disappointments, the betrayals, the times you were misunderstood, they did not destroy you. They refined you. They created a state of hypervigilance. Your brain's threat detection system, specifically the amygdala, has been highly calibrated by your past. You no longer just listen to people. You read them. You catch the micro-expressions. You notice the slight shifts in tone, the hidden agendas, the inconsistencies between what they say and what they do. You hear the lie before it even leaves their lips. This hyper-awareness is utterly exhausting. Being in a room full of people means your brain is processing a million subtle threats and fake personas at once. Of course you are tired, but this exhaustion is the price of an impenetrable shield. Your hypervigilance makes it virtually impossible for you to be deceived. You have traded the comfortable bliss of ignorance for the harsh, unyielding armor of truth. But I will not lie to you. I will not romantize this path. If you choose to step fully into this autonomy, the cost is brutal. It is not a cinematic movie montage where you walk into the sunset looking cool and mysterious. It hurts. You will lose people. People you thought you loved. People who only loved the compliant, people-pleasing version of you. When you stop reaching out first, you will be shocked at how quickly your phone goes completely silent. The withdrawal from the cheap dopamine of social approval will make you question your own sanity. There will be nights where the silence of your room is absolutely deafening, and a dark whisper will tell you that you made a mistake. You will be called arrogant. You will be called weird. You will be accused of thinking you are better than everyone else. This is the naked truth. Absolute freedom is incredibly lonely at first. But if you can survive the withdrawal, if you can push through that initial void, the paradigm completely shifts. You enter a new psychological landscape. You redefine the very metric of your existence. Peace becomes your primary asset. You transition from measuring your life by the quantity of your interactions to the absolute quality of your mental state. Neuroscience shows us that chosen solitude, not forced isolation, but deliberate solitude, activates the parasympathetic nervous system, the rest and digest state. Your cortisol levels drop, your mind clears, you establish rigid boundaries, and suddenly, solitude becomes a heavy iron gate that filters out the toxic, the transitional, and the superficial. Think about the sheer, terrifying power of walking into a room, looking around, and knowing deep in your bones that you do not need a single person in that room to like you. Your survival does not depend on their smiles. Your worth is not tethered to their validation. The pain of not belonging simply vanishes, replaced by the deep, unshakable pride of absolute autonomy. Now, a crucial point of nuance. This is not a manifesto against humanity. It is not an excuse to become a bitter misanthrope who hates the world. We are, undeniably, a social species. For many people, the traditional system works perfectly. The extrovert ideal, the constant networking, the loud weekends, if that brings someone genuine, lasting fulfillment, that is beautiful. The system is not inherently evil. It is just a game. But you have simply realized that it is a game you no longer wish to play. You don't hate the players. You just prefer the quiet outside the arena. And if you are listening to this, feeling like you are trapped halfway between the two worlds, exhausted by the crowd, but still afraid of the dark, understand this. Your brain is entirely adaptable. Neuroplasticity guarantees that you are not stuck. You do not have to make a heroic leap into isolation today. You don't have to cut off all your friends tomorrow. This is about a gradual, patient, biological recalibration. It starts with teaching your brain to find dopamine in the silence, rather than in the notification chime of your phone. It starts with saying no to one minor event, and sitting in the discomfort of that no until it feels like power. We stand at a dividing line. Right now, there are two types of people listening to this voice. There are those who will dismiss this, who will run back to the noise, because the silence is too intimidating to face. And then there is you, the one who has felt this invisible weight for years. I am not asking you to change your entire life today. I am asking for one micro-commitment. Tonight, when the house is dark and the world finally shuts up, just sit on the edge of your bed. Strip away the evolutionary guilt. Look at your solitude and ask yourself one brutally honest question. Am I actually lonely? Or am I just finally free? If this video felt like it was reading the deepest, most guarded parts of your mind, leave a comment below. Tell me exactly which moment made you realize you aren't broken. Subscribe to the channel. We don't deal in polite social fictions here. We deal in the architecture of reality. Welcome home.